What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about my CTX 700 2015 and some of the modifications that I've done on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go from the first thing that I've ever thrown on to my very last thing. My very first thing I threw on were these touring saddlebags. I spent about $109 on Amazon, and I will throw a link in the description of this. And honestly, it worked pretty well. I wish they were a little bit larger. I feel like a little bit longer, a little bit wider, a little bit, just kind of like 1 inch all the way around would be perfect. One thing that I do like, and honestly I kind of overlooked it, was inside it has a rain cover. That's actually been really helpful sometimes when I've gone out for a ride, stayed over at a friend's house, and next thing you know it's raining, and I didn't plan properly for that. So having those rain covers has been really awesome. They also come with these, which are used for underneath, since it's hooked with Velcro, to kind of cover the Velcro underneath your seat, just in case you're worried about getting scratches in certain locations. So I got those, pretty easy to install, nothing too complicated. It's just Velcro. I have it underneath my seat, going from left to right to the other side. So that was the very first thing that I threw on my motorcycle. The second thing that I got was the backrest with the cargo backside. I forget what that's called off the top of my head. And I got that also on Amazon for $109. I'm a big Amazon shopper, so don't be surprised if everything's from Amazon. And what I really liked about it was, for the price, for $109, if I'm not mistaken, you got the back seat and the cargo back all in one purchase, which for some, you may have noticed, it's like $80 for one, so might as well just pay the extra bucks and get the back seat too. I also want my passenger to feel a little more safe when riding with me, so that's particularly why I got this version. And I'm currently a student, and something for me that really bothered me is when I would ride my motorcycle to school, carrying my helmet around, which is why I bought this bad boy. This thing was much larger than I actually thought it was going to be. For a whopping total of $50, you get 2 keys and a hard case. I love it. I throw my helmet in there, and sometimes even my motorcycle jacket, and I don't have to worry about banging that thing and carrying around everywhere. Don't like how it kind of throws off the look of my whole motorcycle, but overall, I really love it, and it comes super in handy. And let me tell you, throwing things in there, now I keep gloves, extra masks, earplugs. I keep everything really in there. And then when I go to the gym, I can throw my basketball shoes in there, basketball if I want to carry it, a jacket, sweatpants. Love it. Love the extra space of my motorcycle. I don't want to say this is necessarily a modification, but this is for my Bluetooth headset that I have mounted in my helmet. Love being able to change the songs, answer phone calls by the touch, not having to fiddle with anything on my head. Keep both hands on the steering wheel, to say. This was actually a gift that came for Christmas, and it's nice that it's a little windshield wiper, so you can, or visor I should say. You squirt a little bit of, I put little Windex in there. You can just use water or some water with soap if you really want to, but I'm able to kind of clean bugs off if I'm going kind of like in the countryside, going at a little bit of faster rate of pace. This guy is an amazing thing to have on your motorcycle. After doing a lot of research, I learned that PSI is something important about motorcycles. Shocker, right? So this guy monitors the front and the back motorcycle simultaneously. I believe it's like every third or fourth spin it measures it. So right now it's stationary, so that number should not change. But I love this device. I love being able to have it just on a click and a go. Like, put it in, turn it, and there it goes. It's ready on. And when I'm riding, I don't have to worry about checking my PSI because I can just look right here at my module. Now, my most recent modification I'm going to get on to show you is the electric hand warmers. As you may have seen, they're Oxfords. I'll throw another description in the link. And what I really enjoyed about this modification is not only do I keep my hands nice and toasty, I don't ruin the original grips. Since these are just wraps, they just go right around the original hand grip. At the same time, I don't have to worry about breaking or tearing anything. There's no, I don't have to cut the original grip in half. I don't have to worry about sliding it on, worry about the perfect fit. It just goes right over the top. One thing I don't necessarily like, it does make my hands feel a little bit bigger. Like the actual handle itself, I have to kind of reach more around for it. But at the same time, I kind of like it too because there's more to grab, less room for mistakes. So those are all the modifications on my CTX 700 that I've done over the last 6 months. And I've definitely have felt a little bit more comfort when I added all of these attachments. Now there's not speakers in here. That's one thing I could add down the road. Honestly, I don't think I will, just because of I have the Bluetooth headphones in my helmet system. So for me, this is everything I've added to my CTX 700.